And welcome to the Wine Unwind, where we're going to answer some of your questions today and talk about Steven Matz possibly returning to the Toronto Blue Jays. That kind of came out today, so we'll talk about it.
Guys, and also we're going to unwind as well. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that.
We had a busy day.
Yeah, happy Friday to all of you guys. Welcome in Colin, welcome in Tristan Morgan, welcome in Connor. I'm Nick, this is Adam.
What's up, guys? Welcome.
Got the wine going.
I like how we're starting to see people coming back. I feel like the World Series coming to an end. The rumors are starting to pick up, like this one that we're about to talk about. But yeah, let's just want to take a sip here really quickly.
Yeah. Take a sip, big dog, and enjoy that. Apple. Nice. I got the Cab Franc going. So
what are your notes?
I don't know, man. I've never been a whole sommelier. Like, I can never really.
What do you mean? You worked at Wine Rack.
Yeah, but like I know, like, okay, I'll give it like one note. I can do one.
Yeah, I thought like one, maybe two. That drum
like I think chocolate.
Okay.
Which makes sense. It's a Cab Franc, and you do get notes of chocolate in there. So I think that's kind of what it is. And you said apple, right?
Apple, lemon, and like lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
It's a Chardonnay, but
right.
No, there's our take on our wine, everybody.
Yes.
All right,
Connor Wheeler, hello, Jays. Today I just lost my cold, and now I get to see you guys do another Q&A, and I recently got rejected 2 times, which hurt. But you guys helped me so much. Thank you so much. Not happy, broken heart, the usual. Dude, you're shooting shots left, right, and center,
man.
Connor?
Respect.
Yeah, you know what, dude?
Bro.
Nothing wrong with getting shot down.
Dude.
Actually, more respect for the amount of shots that you were shooting right now, big dog.
Yeah.
It's a numbers game, guy. It's a numbers game. Wayne Gretzky always knew it. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So keep firing off those shots, and eventually you're going to score.
Exactly, and you don't got to take it any personally at all. Like, it's just shoot your shot. They're not interested. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, move on to the next one.
Exactly.
That's all you can do.
The numbers game, bro. The numbers game.
It's about the numbers game.
We titled this video, guys, Steven Matz returning to the Blue Jays, ! And it's because some rumors have been circulating, and the Jays management are seriously considering... they're doing some thought. This isn't, 100%, but they're seriously considering giving a qualifying offer to Steven Matz. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that basically means 1 year. It's kind of what Marcus Stroman had last year for the Mets. It's a 1-year thing. It's a set amount of money. I believe that it's what?
$18.4 million.
$18.4 million. 1 year. It's like a, hey, here you go. This is it's just an average of shits.
It's like too good for someone like Steven Matz to pass down. Like, it's a lot of money, right? So they're thinking about doing it. Obviously hasn't started yet, but they're considering it now. Steven Matz obviously had a great year, under a 4 ERA. He was solid. He had stretches where he was dominant. I would actually expect a dominating performance out of Steven Matz. Now, is $18.4 million a lot of money for 1 year? Yeah.
Well,
I think for what he's done.
Yeah, well, and that's and I'm curious to know what you guys think about it, right? Like $18.4 million for Steven Matz for 1 year. Now, 1 years are great, and we've seen how they can pan out for us in terms of a Robbie Ray, in terms of a Marcus Semien, and that money, you're not tied down to Steven Matz, right? Because Steven Matz has the potential to just be absolute Garbosian, in a year and 2 years, even next year. So if we were to sign him to a 3-year deal and then he's just Garbo crap next year, well, I mean, we're screwed now, right? So that's what the qualifying offer kind of saves you from. You don't have that risk down the line. But then again, looking at an offer for Steven Matz, we could probably get him at like half of that, maybe even less than that, at an average annual value if we did lock him up for 2-3 years.
And I believe if he rejects the qualifying offer, we do get draft compensation. So that is
We do.
that is
We do. Yeah, we do.
So I mean, if he rejects it, which I honestly want Steven Matz back on the team because like the right now the guarantees at the head of the rotation is Barrios, Manoah, and Ryu, and getting Steven Matz would be perfect, especially if Ryu is going to decline. That kind of provides a little safety, and I think Matz can really do it well again next year. You know, I have confidence in that, but I don't know. What do you think? Would you go this route, or would you rather just sign him to a deal?
I wouldn't. I would send qualifying offers to Ray and Semyon. I think that they can do that, and then like have them turn them down, and then get draft capital for them. But Steven Matz, I'm not interested in that.
I don't even know. Can we do that?
I think that we can.
We can?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that we actually can do that, and then they will deny. They're going to deny them because they want to get actually paid. But we can do that. Is what I was reading anyway. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But for me, Matt, it is too much of an overpay. Because when we were evaluating on our other podcast about how much money the Toronto Blue Jays have, the magic number we were kind of working with was $50 million. $18.5 million is a very sizable chunk of that $50 million, you know?
It is.
Just to spend on Steven
And
freaking Matz.
and that's the thing is like I was hoping to get him back for like, you know, somewhere between like the 8 and 12 million range maybe. You know, I keep increasing it a little bit, but like 8 to 12 a year, which is good.
Yeah.
I don't want it to eat up a large part of that off-season spending, but I don't know. I feel like they're gonna do whatever they can do. I trust them. Mark Shapiro was being asked by the Mets the other day.
Yeah.
So you come join them. I trust Mark.
Did you guys hear that? I believe it was the Mets who were calling the Blue Jays and saying we want to get Shapiro in for an interview because they need a manager bad, right?
Yeah.
They need somebody to like operate their baseball team, and they denied it. The Blue Jays just full out said you are not allowed to have an interview with Shapiro. It's not happening.
No.
He's not going anywhere, which I totally respect. Obviously, we like what he's done so far.
Yeah, and he's with us for another 4 years guaranteed. So he's not going anywhere, guys. But I see a really good question or a really good statement here from Del Kermis saying if that part of the CBA remains the same, we get a draft pick if Matz rejects the qualifying offer. Yeah, because we gotta see what happens with the CBA agreement, man.
Yeah, I mean that's all up in the air. You know, I feel, and that's another thing too, right? Like maybe free agency takes a little bit of time this year because of that agreement. That's something that we haven't even talked about, or I haven't thought too much about. But
I've been kind of like avoiding it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's all very fucking complicated, and you know, like the money is ridiculous and stuff. But I mean, for me, end of the day, 18.5, like that's like almost half of the payroll that we want to spend this offseason. Yeah. You know, like 40% of the payroll that we want to spend this offseason.
And is he really worth 18.4?
No,
like maybe I'm picking
he's
hairs.
Not. I know
he's not. Like we can do it if we wanted to, but like if they do it, I won't be upset. I'm like, okay, like it's fine, you know. But if it's fine. It's fine if we do it.
Well, let's put it this way then. Let's put it because Del Kermis said realistically he thinks that Steven Matz is worth $12 million annually, and even I think that's a little bit high actually. But let's roll with it. Let's say $12 million. Well, then we'd have an additional $6.5 million, and we could go sign the best closer on the market for that. Well, maybe not, but like a very good one, you know?
No,
so then
you're
it's
right.
like we get Steven Matz and positional need for the exact same payroll.
I agree. Like I think we should look at not sending him a qualifying offer and just signing him like a 3 to 4 year deal, low, you know, average annual value between that 8 and 12 million mark, and be happy with it. Be like, great, be a third and fourth guy.
That's what I want.
That's it.
That's what I want.
That's all I want.
I want you to do what like Ryu, well, a bit better maybe, but
better. Do what Tanner Rourke should have done.
Yeah.
Do what he should have done.
Do what Tanner Rourke should have done for less money.
For less money.
For less money.
We've been down this road.
We've learned our lesson here, boys. That's a no-go.
Nope. And remember Chase Anderson?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That guy was a joke.
Yeah. We had a lot of jokes on our squad. Yeah, I mean, are we still rolling with Trent Thornton? I forget. I think so.
Yeah, we still have him.
We still have Trent Thornton. He's still a joke to me.
Yeah, but
he's a big joke.
At least he's a cheap joke. So it's easy to get rid
absolutely,
of.
Like it's definitely a cheap joke, and I'm happy about that.
But
he's still a joke with his nerdy little glasses.
How much
did
Rourke make? $12 million.
He's had Rourke for 2 years, $24 million. So he made 12 million average annual value. Yeah,
that's too much money for that guy.
No, he stole $24 million from the Toronto Blue Jays.
Wanted Tanner Rourke for stealing money from the organization.
I would argue that what he did for us was maybe even like he'd have to pay us. You know what I mean? Like it's like
he's gonna cost us games.
Well, I do believe if you look back at him, I'm not 100%, but I do believe if you looked back at him, he probably had a negative WAR on the Blue Jays. And if you have a negative WAR over 2 years, I feel like you should be paying us for this opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Exactly. 2021.
So 2021 he had negative WAR. What about 2020? Can we see that? I think that we can, if we go down a little bit, we can take a look. In 2020,
get negative 0.7. Oh God!
Wow, negative 0.3 under the WAR.
Oh, I'm looking at that one. Oh, that one.
Yeah.
What's this one here?
That's a great question. Wins above average.
Oh, okay.
Which he was even worse in.
Even worse.
So no, he stole some money, guys. He stole some serious money.
All right.
15 people in here right now. Welcome in, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe button, and you know the drill. Hit us with some freaking questiones. Tristan's asking us a question that I don't actually know the answer to, but I bet Del Kermis does, and maybe you do.
Let's see.
What does Pete Walker's contract with the Jays look like?
Yeah, I don't know.
You familiar with that?
No. Let's find out.
Find out the answer for you right now, Tristan.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're here. We have answers.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna Google it.
Bing.
I'm just gonna Google it. Pitcher Pete Walker agreed to a what? Blue Jays re-signed pitcher Pete.
That was 2007.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time, boys. Somebody figure that out. Somebody figure that out for us. I don't know.
Yeah. Someone please. All right. I saw another question here somewhere. Oh, actually, I think I saw. Okay, Connor's saying, is it possible for Robbie Ray to return? If he does, what could he do for the Jays to strike back in 2022? It is obviously possible. And if he does return, I think he'll put up a good ERA somewhere. Like I'd expect, my expectations are going to be a lot, lower because I'm not expecting like 2.4 whatever he did this year. I'd expect like mid-3.
I think what he can do is get a third pitch. It would be what I think that he can do, and I think that would.
I see what the question.
Well, I mean, I'm rolling with it in a different direction right now, but like I think that that's something that if we do sign him back, like I would want him to do. And I think
develop a changeup.
And I think that would be like that would create the highest ceiling of outcomes where maybe he could repeat what he's done this year. Because I think a lot of people, and myself included, kind of on the page of like, we're expecting regression here. But the only way that you're going to not regress is if you continue to develop and get better. Yeah. And I think that the best way for Robbie Ray to do that, like he's got the velo, he has his fastball down, he's got those locations. Get a third pitch that you're comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean the whole like baseball, like hockey. This reminds me of John Tavares. Was watching the Maple Leaf documentary, and because he's getting older, he sees that the league is adjusting to him, and they're all getting better. So he was like on the practice side, he's like, I got to learn new tricks.
Yeah,
so he's learning a new shot. Yeah, and a new pass technique, and like so that's that reminded me of that where Robbie Ray needs to get another pitch, maybe change up his sequences because they know. It's 50% more and more likely fastball. Hello.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. We got a great question coming in here from J Deep Aurora. Thank you for asking a question. Saying, Carlos Correa or Corey Seager, bro? What do you got there?
Well, Corey Seager.
Yeah.
Corey Seager. Because he has more... Well, here's the thing. They both have had injuries in the past, right? And they've kind of limited their potential. I believe we saw a really good version of Corey Seager the last couple of years, and I think that's the version that we're going to see going forward, again, if he stays healthy. Now, Carlos Correa is really good, but I think I'm just leaning Seager. I think he's just done it more in big spots, and he's won MVP and the World Series. And so, yeah. No, I'd go Corey Seager.
So right now, I saw another question right there, and I'm just getting it up right now because I don't know all their names right off the top. But he was asking, Ken right now asking in, who are some pitchers on the market that will command a lower dollar amount, similarly to Ray last year? And I think that's a great question, dude.
I think there's a few.
This is a guy that I'm looking at, bro.
Alex Cobb.
Yeah. Alex Cobb. Like he's solid. I mean, he is 34 years old, but he's gonna be a free agent after this. He put up a solid year. I don't know. Like, you're not gonna have to sign him to like a long-term ass deal.
No.
It will be more than Ray
What did he do
though.
this year?
He was pretty good, dude. He was on the freaking Giants, and he was like one of their like dudes. Like he was like
I
one
thought he
of
was
their.
an Angel.
Am I fucking up?
I think you're thinking of Webb.
Am I fucking up?
Yeah, Alex Cobb was on the Angels.
Oh yeah,
he was bad.
Up.
Oh no, he actually was not bad.
Who am I fucking thinking of then?
We're thinking of. I know who you're thinking of. Where is he?
Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of somebody completely different.
He's another dude. I know who you're thinking of though.
But I know one guy for sure, DeSclafani.
Yeah, that's the one guy.
It's actually not that guy that I'm thinking of. There's one other dude on the Giants.
Webb.
Yeah, I thought that maybe it was Webb. Maybe it was Webb, actually. I don't know. Either way, DeSclafani would be a very nice pickup. He's going to go under the radar as walk this year, guys. And he was solid as heck, dude. He's 31 and a half years old, so he's going to be 32 coming into this year. I would be very happy to pick up DeSclafani. Like, if we miss out on some of, like, the big-ass dudes, like our Scherzers and our Kershaws and our Rays and all of that.
Oh, Alex Wood. That's who you're thinking of.
That's who I'm thinking of. Yes,
and Alex Wood. Yeah,
because Alex Cobb, I'm thinking of Alex Wood, yes. And I like him, too.
Another guy. I mean, like, wow. That's kind of. Oh yeah, he's expecting 24 million. But another, literally, when we'll title in this video, Steven Matz. I know we already have him, but Steven Matz is another guy that's like under the radar for a lot of people, but we see him, so we're gonna get him. Yeah, everyone else on this list, I'm kind of just looking, and not too many, honestly.
Rafael Dolis. Let's go!
He's a free agent.
Let's go, guys. Rafael Dolis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, DeSclafani, somebody that I'm looking at. Honestly, Alex Cobb had a decent year last year, considering what he did.
Yeah.
Alex Wood, another guy like that. Gosman, yes, definitely, but he's gonna be money. You know, he's not gonna be like crazy money, but he's gonna be money, dude. Like, Gosman got a lot of media hype this past year as kind of being heralded as like the Giants' ace, and he was exceptional. So I do anticipate him to get to get some money for sure.
I got another question here. This one is coming from Charlie Montoyo, so shout out Charlie.
Hey,
let's go.
Whenever Charlie comes in and asks us questions, it always makes me feel good. You know, makes me worried about the team because he's getting his information from two dumbasses on the internet.
We were hungover today.
Yeah, but you know what? Like that's also makes me feel good. So what did he ask?
So he's asking, what's your opinion? So I'm saying he's asking for opinion on signing Erod for a cheap deal. He had a very good advanced stats this year. So
very good sabermetrics.
Yeah. That's the thing. For me, sabermetrics can only go so far if the actual result is a 4.74 ERA. Now, with that being said, he could be a very cheap dart. You know?
And you know what? And that's the good thing about sabermetrics is because they're saying to you, well, you know, when I look at that, I'm just like, why on earth would I want to spend a single cent on him? But if, you know, for instance, his sabermetrics are looking good, then I'm like, okay, maybe this is the dart that I do want to throw. Now, he's been kind of a guy that like you feel like he's got upside and you feel like he has potential to do it, but he's never really hit that like elite caliber of player. He has eaten innings though. He does eat innings.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at his savant right now.
You're right, actually.
You know, hard hit is really good. His expected ERA is
very
really
nice.
good.
What is the expected? 3.55 expected ERA.
Wow.
So actually, I wasn't aware that there was such a varying difference there in those sabermetrics.
I mean. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, and how much is he going to cost? You know, like
probably not that much, dude.
That much.
Probably not that much, man. But you can find out. Yeah. Take a quick look at that. I mean, I don't imagine he's going to be, because how old is he? Not that old, eh?
No, he's not that old. Let's see here. He's 28.
Oh.
He's 28.
Okay.
And
okay.
yeah, he's not making that. He's probably not getting that much because Sport Rack's not even like guessing how much he's gonna make.
No, he's not gonna make that much.
No, and he made 8.3 last year. I could see him getting something like somewhere between, like kind of like Steven Matz, 8 to 10.
Actually, and that kind of circles back to I think it was Hunter who asked the question, if I'm not mistaken, or Ken, excuse me. That guy would be another guy too, right? I'm not in love with it. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, yay, like, we're set now. Like, see you later, Robbie Ray. Don't worry about it, Steven Matz. But absolutely, like, good dart throw there. And he has been known to eat, like, 180 plus innings in a whole season when Chris Sale went down. Like, he's done it before. So, yeah.
All right. I'm just waiting for some more. We got JD saying, what is your probability percentage that Jays trade for Joe Ram? Jose Ramirez.
Also,
for me,
before we answer that, I'm sorry. I just have to react to this really quick. Dylan Bundy is my pick for a Pete Walker project. Will Chance says Dylan Bundy. Yes, Dulkermist. I don't know, boys. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
I mean, maybe. I mean, he showed life in 2020.
He did, dude. And you know what? Life. I think I'm just bitter because I kind of like hopped on his train a little bit and was like, okay, you know what? I think that this guy could be a dude, and he was god awful, guys. Like, he was so abysmal. 6.06 ERA in a full season. Are you kidding?
That's pretty bad.
That's bad. That's pretty bad. That's really bad. A 2-9 record. Oof. Yeah, I mean, they're not gonna have anything. Oh yeah, look at the sabermetrics on this guy, on Dylan Bundy, bro.
Maybe savable.
Expected ERA. What are we gonna be?
What are we gonna have? It's gotta be lower than his actually ERA. It's gotta be. How could you expect to get it even more?
Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, lots of blue.
This is not a good baseball savant page, guys.
Hey, he spins the fastball really good.
Wow, yeah, nice. This is a god. If you want to see a pretty bad baseball savant page, then go take a look at Dylan Bundy. 4.79 expected ERA.
Okay.
So that's something. That's something.
Yeah, I don't know if we're at the stage right now in our team where we're going to be throwing those kind of darts. I think those darts we can avoid. Eduardo Rodriguez, I actually wouldn't mind as a dart throw. Like a 1 year. If you don't, then goodbye. If you do, then great.
Yeah. What is the probability that Jays trade for J-Ram? Dulkerma says it's better on J-Ram at the 2020 deadline. If the Jays are in a good position, he would cost for your prospect capital at that time. And I do agree with that. That kind of makes a little bit more sense for the whole Cleveland Guardians, what they're trying to do with their thing. If they do want to take a minor shot, that feels good. However, at the same point, if you are the Cleveland Guardians, maybe you decide, like, his value right now never going to be higher than it is unless he comes out and has, like, a 1 OPS until the trade. But I don't even know if it'd be higher then because you lost out on that time.
Right.
So, like, if they want to maximize value, now would be the time to... Oh, now would be the time.
Why would it be... Unless he starts sucking.
Because that's the thing. You run the risk of maybe he gets injured in the season.
Right.
Maybe he's not as good as himself. We also just lost out on half a year. Right now, you have J-Ram coming off of like 3 consecutive years of like all-star on 2 more years of cheap. He will never be like more valuable than now.
Well, here's the thing too. The value also depends on the market, right? Because if in the offseason, there's not as much of an urgency to grab him away from another team. And we all saw the trade deadline this year. The type of capital that we paid, the Dodgers paid to get big name dudes. So it all depends on the market. It all depends on the market. And I do think J Ram's going to be good. Yeah, if he gets injured, then you're screwed.
You're screwed.
Like, then whatever. But like, you can't really bank on that. So it depends on how they want to play it. All depends on how
they want to play it. I think like probability for the best scenario for us would definitely be to trade at the trade deadline. I'm not sure if that's what Cleveland, the best for them. They got to decide how their team's going to operate. But percentage wise that we get him, 20. 1 in 5 simulations of this we get him. What do you think? Maybe?
I was going to say like 13.
13?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that there's enough buzz. We called about him.
I know.
We did call about him. 1 in 5 times.
Yeah.
We pull trigger.
I don't know why I'm just so like I mean you're 1-5, so like you're obviously
I'm not that much higher.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just so like it's like if that happens, I will lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I will actually lose my
Yeah.
like this is a fantasy land now.
Yes,
You know,
no, it definitely
our team,
is.
we trade for Jose Barrios. We sign George Springer. We freaking get a Cy Young Award winner. Vladdy breaks out. Now we trade for Jose Ramirez. I'm playing a video game now.
Well, you know what? I think a year ago I might have said like, "Oh no, it's never going to happen."
Right.
But we've been spoiled a little bit with what we've been doing last off season. We got pretty much whatever we wanted.
Yep.
At the trade deadline, we got the number one person that we were talking about.
Yep.
So at this point, I'm like, you know, the management clearly wants to do what they want
They're
to do.
gonna do whatever
and
they want.
do like this guy. Like
Yeah.
they do like him. So.
Wow.
1-5.
I'm
1-5.
all right, I'll go 1-5 with you because that is quite crazy.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Charlie
That'd be nuts.
Montoya is saying, I don't think Jays have the prospect capital to go after J-Ram. 2 top prospects, probably a top 10. A major league player with 2-year window. Yeah, no, that's what it's going to cost. It's going to cost 2 big prospects at least. Probably an everyday player with a long window. Yeah, and probably another prospect.
So I can hop in here because I was reading a thing talking about what Cleveland wanted when they were having their initial phone calls, and one of the big pieces, Alejandro Kirk.
Yeah.
He was like they wanted him, and then they wanted a few other add-on prospects. And then, like, you know, some darts or whatever. But that was, like, he was, like, a main, like, cornerstone
Kirk,
of the
hey,
deal.
man.
Yeah, and I mean, as much as I love Kirk, if it was Kirk and, you know, some other, I don't even know, like, some other prospects, I guess, I could stomach that knowing that Gabriel Moreno is there, right?
We have such depth in catchers. I know you're pretty sold, like Kirk's the man, but Moreno, man, like if this guy is so good.
Yeah,
He
absolutely.
looks so
you know,
good.
you know, the only reason I say that is because like we've never seen him in the major leagues before,
Yes,
right?
of
So
course,
it's like
right.
There's much more of an assurity that
Yes.
Kirk can hit in the major leagues, whereas
Yeah.
Moreno, it's like, oh, maybe he can.
Yeah.
I'll always take the. Well, he
Yeah.
actually can
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah.
But the point that I'm trying to make is if we are going to fire a bullet, you know, as much as I'd love to hold on to Alejandro Kirk, if it's for the right person,
Yeah.
catcher's the way to go. I've been saying we can trade Moreno and, you know, vice versa. Like we could also trade Kirk too, assuming that we keep the other one.
Yeah, no, I agree. Because I'm starting now to get to the point where, and this comment right here by Charlie Montoya, yeah, of course, I'd rather not burn the farm, is I don't want to burn the farm like Double A did. Double A burned the crap out of the farm, and look what happened. We went into a recession, you know, if you will, right? We had to rebuild. So I think we have to keep, and look what Houston did, right? They lose George Springer, but then they got Tucker. Then they got Yordan Alvarez. Then they got all these young pitchers. They're coming up and being good, and they're keeping their franchise rolling. If they didn't have those guys, they're not here. They're not in the World Series,
no.
right? So for me, I want to be very careful on who it is. Kirk's okay because we have so much catching depth. I just want to keep Orelvis Martinez.
I want to hold on to Martinez.
I want to hold on to him.
I want to hold on to Martinez as well. But what if it was, and that's, you know, and this is always the question, right? What if, you know, it's Martinez, but you're bringing in a J-Ram that you have for 2 years, and you probably think, you know, you might want to extend this guy. That's the position of Martinez.
Yeah,
like,
if you can get the extension, you know, then it's all cool. Like just like Jose Barrios, we did give up Austin Martin, but if we sign Barrios for 4 or 5 more years, we're all good. We're all good here, right? So yeah. Hello, 25 of you guys in here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Austin saying wine or beer?
Got the wine going,
So
and also,
wine.
you know, just in overall life, it's have to go with the wine, you know.
Wine.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
no disrespect to beer, like it is 100. It was elite.
Yes.
But the wine for me is top tier. Also, guys, if we get to the 20 like mark, that would be sweet. We're 1 away. Comment if you're number 20. That'd be sweet.
Wow. My sound effects aren't working today.
Come on, man. I'm gonna dive into the box, folks. But if you have any more questions, hit us up with them. We enjoy it quite a lot.
Silliness.
All right.
Oh, look, your mom's calling you.
Okay, I'll have to give her a call back after this. If the Blue Jays never signed George Springer, do they still make the trade for Jose Barrios?
Oh, well, we're just talking about those dudes.
Interesting, dude. Interesting. If the Blue Jays never sign Springer,
do we still go out and get Jose Barrios?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, I do think so, because I don't think that one really impacts the other one at all.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, because especially he wasn't really playing this year. You know what I mean? Like, George Springer was injured most of the time and didn't have that much of an impact.
That's the thing. Like, you could have made an argument that, like, if he was playing the whole year and was, like, our best player, and then, we don't have him anymore, well, maybe we're not in as good of a position to be buying right now.
Right.
But he wasn't that. Like, he was great when he was on the field, but rarely was on the field. So, yeah, no, I still think that pitching was a big freaking problem for us. We needed to get it done, and they went and did it. And they had their eye on that guy for a little while, so...
No, I agree. I'll jump into the box. Guys, ask some questions if you are new here, and we'll answer them. Ask them in the chat. Escobar seems like a great option. Yeah, I see Del Kermit's all over Eduardo Escobar. I am too, and I want to make a podcast about that.
Yeah, Eduardo Escobar would be a juicy, cheap pickup.
Okay. So this one asks... I guess this is a fight question. I wrote this one.
Okay.
Fight question. In a battle to the death, Barrios, Ray, Ryu, and Manoa can only use throwing axes, and they must be thrown. Who wins?
Oh, wow. So they have throwing axes.
Yeah.
So our four pitchers have throwing axes.
Yeah.
What's the arena like here?
It's like a cage match.
It's like a cage match. Okay. But like there's enough area and we're not allowed to like go up and hit it.
No,
like, you actually
have to throw. It has to be thrown, yeah.
I understand. Well, not Ryu.
No.
The agility's just not there, dude.
No, I think he'd be done.
The agility's just not there. And like an axe too, it's like you need some power behind that thing to really whip it. So not Ryu. It was Barrios, Ray, and Manoa, right?
Yeah. I'm thinking either Ray. I think it might be Ray, honestly. Ray or Barrios.
I don't know, man. I think I'm thinking young gun Manoa might clutch it up with but he is a big ass boy.
He's pretty big, you know what I mean?
He's a big target.
He's a big target.
That's the thing, like I gotta.
Robbie Ray would just be like, "Hey,
maybe that's too much, right? Maybe like his delivery is like half a second too much than it needs to be.
The guy receiving, it's like, okay, well, I know it's going to be 50% fastball, so I know if I could probably move out of the way.
If I just dodge and immediately throw, you're toast.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll rectify my answer. I think Barrios is the way to go. I think that it's Barrios because I feel like he'd be quick. Like he can move.
He's nominated for Gold Glove, so he's got some sort of
Gold Glove,
fielding.
like agility, So and he can throw pretty fucking hard as well.
Yeah. I think I'm going with Robbie Ray because he's got that good. So does Barrios have a good slider too, but that wipeout slider from Ray could go right through somebody.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, absolutely. This is in my sick apocalyptic world, this is what I wish that I could
get
simulate.
Baseball players, do that.
Yeah, right.
Also, we got another. Also, we're saying Manoa says Charlie Montoya. Who do you guys have winning that?
Winning the cage axe match.
Yeah, our four best pitchers.
Yes.
I say best because Ryu.
Yeah.
Last year. We got a question here from Cyclone Burns. Gold Glove predictions?
So right now we got it's Lourdes, is Barrios, and then it is
Marcus Semien. I'm surprised that Vlad wasn't even nominated.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised he wasn't even nominated.
Buddies.
I don't think Lourdes will win because it's just like he's missing the other half of his fielding game.
Well, and the problem is, it's tough to make the predictions because all we know is what they did this year.
Yeah.
I'm not as familiar with like the ongoings of the other applicants, right?
Yeah.
But from my perspective, like none of them.
Yeah. And then the pitchers too is like the hardest.
Well, I'm just like, how do I judge that?
Yeah,
you made one play in the field that was like, oh, pretty good play.
Yeah. And they're all pretty like. Most of them are pretty routine. Some are pretty hard, like bunts and everything, like choppers.
For sure.
But yeah, like I don't know. Honestly, I don't think any of them are gonna win.
I don't think anyone.
No.
Like I know that everybody was like high on Marcus Semien's defense.
I wasn't
that high. Like I wasn't against it. I wasn't like, this is, well, except for one in particular moment. But, you know, it's not like this guy's defense is a liability. But I didn't think that it was anything like jaw-dropping off of the screen or anything.
Yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. So, yeah, I don't think any of them.
In fact, the only person that I thought was like jaw-dropping off the screen defense was Santiago Espinal.
Yes.
But he didn't have enough playing time to be nominated, I guess.
No, I agree. Like, if he got a full season,
100%.
he's nominated.
100%. That's
Unless
a gold
they're
glove.
to rate him.
Yeah, well,
because they probably would.
They probably freaking would, dude. But I mean, for a whole year of that, though, I don't know if they could avoid not seeing. Like, he'd have to at least get nominated.
Yeah.
And then that's the other thing too. When it comes down to voting, I do feel like when it comes down to voting, even though we're looking at defense here, I think that they always give the nod to the big bats of the group.
And that's why if anyone's gonna win it, I think it would be like Marcus Semien. You know what I mean? Because it's like, wow, great year.
Yeah, great year, you know, because you always look, and no disrespect to their defense, but you look at the guys who have gold gloves, and a lot of them are like Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, all of these like elite ass players, and you know that when they get nominated, if they're up against an Espinal, everybody voting is gonna be like, well, maybe Espinal's defense was better, but that's Arenado.
Well, Arenado is actually. That's like the one. There's a few guys that like that's how good you have to be for someone like me to know. It's like Kevin Kiermaier is an incredible defender. Arenado, like
I know that Matt Chapman is also very good.
Matt Chapman. Who else is very good around the league?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Who else is elite defenders, guys?
Elite. Let us know.
Romano throwing axes. Dude, if Romano threw the axes, then everybody would be dead. Everybody would be dead. That would be Romano's game to lose.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
The hockey kid saying, what's up, boys?
What's up? Everybody in the chat.
What's up?
30 people in here. I hope that everyone's Friday, and I hope that their weeks are going well.
Wow, I'm really.
They have some juicy weekend plans, guys. If you do, let it. What is everybody gonna be for Halloween, guys? What do you guys have going on for Halloween?
Ooh.
Bat flipping Matt says, "Who's winning the World Series? What game will it go to?" Well, I feel like this question was asked a little bit earlier, but so we have a bit of an advantage here. I think both of us kind of said that the favorite is Houston. You were sticking with Houston.
I am, because
I was going with the underdog.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Houston. I think I'm sticking with them even more now that it's tied, and the fact that the Braves have two pitchers. Basically, you know, like two starting pitchers. I'm saying, so it's like losing Charlie Morton. That could be it, man. That could have cost it a game.
Could be major. Could be major. We're going to be going live for the game tonight, folks.
Yes, indeed.
Big game 3 back in Atlanta. I'm still sticking with the Atlanta Braves in 7.
I'm cheering for the Atlanta Braves, but I think Houston's going to win. You know, different sides of the story.
Cyclone Barnes just saying, but the thing with Betts is that he actually shows hustle in the outfield and respect. Again, no disrespect to their defense was what I was saying. But they do get a little bit of an edge being Mookie Betts. But yeah, his arm's nuts, and he's definitely a great defender in his own right too. So yeah.
Draco saying I couldn't get a costume, so I'm being a baseball player because I have that stuff. Yeah.
Good shit.
No,
good
I
shit,
think
bro.
and actually I've never done that ever, and I should have. I've always wanted to like wear my baseball uniform like during like school and stuff. Be like, I'm a baseball player this year, but I was like, I do that anyways. So like,
well, that's the thing. Like, it feels kind of cheap, you know, because it's like, well, that's just like that's basically just me.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like,
me.
I could just be like, here's me. Like, I'm a gym person. This is me going to the gym. You know, that's my costume. But like, I just do that.
I'm a Blue Jay fan.
Yeah. Like, I was like, okay, well, like, all right then.
I'm a digital marketing guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm just wearing my regular clothes.
Literally, that's what I mean. You know, so it feels kind of cheap, but no disrespect to you, Draco.
No.
You're a cheapie. Cheapie little guy. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm talking smack right now, but like, I literally went to work the other day as a gym teacher for Halloween costume, and like, it basically was what I wear to go to the gym,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
a little bit of alterations to it.
Right.
So.
Do you have a whistle or like glasses?
See, I didn't even have the fucking whistle. I
Wow.
got a clipboard.
Okay.
And I did get glasses.
Oh, you should
and I
have got
had
like a sweatband too.
Well,
Like
there's
in
a lot
80s,
of things that I
you
could have
know?
done with it, Adam, but we didn't try very hard. So I had a tie. It was good. It was good, actually. It was
Okay.
good.
Also, this one says, "Take a silly sip."
Take a silly sip. All right.
Remember that? We haven't silly sipped in a long time. We only have one song in here, and it's this one.
Everybody, silly sip along with us. So Kermis saying, I'm looking for a girl to dress up as a brick for Halloween. Then I could go as a brick layer.
Yo.
Nice, dude.
Oh, I wish the sound effects were working, because that was golden.
Can you imagine that this guy said that he hasn't dated in 16 years at the beginning of the stream? Ridiculous, dude.
No.
With fire lines like
That's
that.
fire.
Come on, dude. Go lay those bricks, Dulky. Go lay those bricks.
Oh, Kevin's in here. Hi, what's up? Matt's come back. Yes.
I remember that you were high on Matz, Kevin, and yeah, okay. Well, we didn't actually answer this, but the percentage-wise of Steven Matz coming back, what do you have that chilling at?
Oh. Like, honestly, like 70, 75. Like, I'm pretty confident.
I'll go like 45%.
Yeah.
Maybe 40 actually.
Yeah.
You know, the reason I say that and I'm not higher on it is because like I was like 75% confident about Walker last year, and I was like, well, it's a no-brainer. You know, I was like, obviously we're gonna do it. Like that's the first thing that we're gonna do. And then we just never did.
Well, that was for me, that'd be the 30%. It was like, what? I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Well, I was genuinely shocked when we didn't do that. I was like, why aren't we doing this? You know, like we could be doing this and we're not. So, kind of nuts.
It is what it is.
For the 33 people watching, thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get up to 30 likes on this thing.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking 75 as well. He likes Walker.
That's true. He does like Walker.
Walker.
I'm hoping it's a different scenario than the freaking Walker. But I mean, we did dodge a bullet.
We did dodge a big bullet.
He did suck in the last half. Will we win next year? Is next year the year? Coming in from Too Cold Alana, aka Adam's mom.
So the year being the year we win it. I don't think it's going to be the year that we win it. I think next year will be. I'm going to lean that I think next year we'll be fighting in the playoffs, whether it be a wild card. Most likely a wild card. I expect us, if we don't go to the wild card, I will be disappointed. Where this year was like, I'm proud, but next year we got to go. Next we were one game away. We got to go now.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously the off season's going to be very important, seeing what happens there. The ceiling of what I think we could do is honestly kind of what your Arizona Cardinals are doing right now. You know, I see a lot of similarities in the fact like they started out, they had a good season last year, then they tapered off, they didn't quite capitalize where they needed to, and they just missed playoffs.
Yep.
Then they have a good offseason, which again, very crucial. They bring in some nice juicy pieces. J.J. Watt, you guys are familiar with football. You know, and now they're dynamite,
Green,
right?
yep.
Yeah, exactly. You know, now they come out and they're fucking dynamite, and people are talking, okay, like these guys are guaranteed playoffs.
Yep.
And you know, we'll see how they do when they get there. And I mean, I feel like that's got to be what it is for. Like, we got to hope that that's what it is for us too.
Yeah.
Obviously. Will that happen? Will we come out as hot as these guys? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, in baseball it's different too, where it's like you could be hot and then cool off a little bit, then get hot again. I mean, we saw it all year long, but I hope that was more hot than not next year. And should be. And yeah, I think for ceiling next year, like obviously ceiling, we could win the World Series. That's like, I mean, work about it.
It's in the range of possibilities now, right?
You know?
Like we've done enough now, so that it's in our range of possibilities. Like. Everybody kind of has that ceiling, but like the Baltimore Orioles, they don't
have that ceiling.
They don't.
You know,
it's like they have a chance, but like no, they don't.
They don't.
They just don't.
Their ceiling is no. Their ceiling is so capped, especially in the American League East. Like their ceiling is fourth. A team would have to blow up. You know, like a team would have to blow up.
Yeah.
And that's like very unlikely.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, like that's the thing, right? Like our ceiling now is truly should be anyways. Like we could do it.
We could do it.
The percentage is going to be smaller, but if all the boys come out firing and have good off seasons and good free agencies,
stay healthy
sure, I don't see why not.
Yeah. I agree. We've got Ari going here saying, bold prediction, Jays re-sign Ray and Semien and trade for a hater and extend Barrios.
Whoa.
Wow, okay, so I know you're a Dodgers fan, Ari, but that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Yes, that is really reaching in to the piggy bank, Ari.
Wow.
Toronto doesn't do that.
No. So it's like $50 million for Ray and Semien together, and then you got Barrios wanting another like 20, so that's 70, and then we trade for Hader. How much does he make?
Not sure. I mean,
probably gonna get that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, dude. In fact, I actually hope that we don't do that.
I agree,
because I don't see any possible way that we could like extend Vlad or Bo or any of these guys. We couldn't ever make another move again. For like 4 or 5 years. It's like if we don't win right now, we are.
We got to get to the playoffs first to see if this team can do it. In the playoffs. I think they can get there, but can they do it? We got to find out, and then add pieces later like Kike Hernandez. That's a World Series piece.
Yeah.
Chris Taylor.
Those
are guys that do it in the playoffs.
I want some Chris Taylor, baby. I want some juicy Chris Taylor. I'm down for Hader too. Don't get me wrong. Josh Hader would be just exactly what we need. But there's no way in hell the Milwaukee Brewers are going to trade that guy.
No.
We're giving up like Vlad at this point for this dude.
Ari's always also saying you could dump Ryu and trade him to LA. Now I see a lot of people saying that like it's a really easy thing to do. And we've talked about this before. You can't just dump an old declining guy who doesn't have it anymore for $20 million on a team. Unless you're paying for all of the $20 million, and then what's the point?
Or he's doing really well. But that also begs the question, what's the point?
What's the point?
Because if he's doing really well, then I want him on our team. And if he's sucking, you're right, I don't want him on our team, but why would LA want him on our team? Like unless we're paying for it, and then in which case it's like, what's the point?
And exactly. What's the point? Because everyone's like, oh, you want to dump him to get rid of the contract. No one wants that. And
unless
said it.
He's so abysmally awful that like we're never gonna play him again.
Exactly.
And it actually makes sense to dump the contract to a crap team who might play him, and literally like we still pay for like 80% of it, but we gain 20% money, unless he's so abysmally bad that somehow that makes sense. Like it'd have to be like 6+ ERA bad.
It has to be a Troy Tulowitzki situation where it was different though, because we got rid of Troy and still paid for him because we wanted our prospects to come up and play instead of Troy, who's always injured, right? But the difference is here is now we're competing, and unless there's guys, we have so many studs in the rotation, and they're dominating. But the only way we find out is if he doesn't play. So maybe he gets injured, right? Then we have a 5 rock solid. Like, damn, like Ryu can't come back. That's it. That's the only way.
I don't see it happening.
But it's like that. I think the chances of dumping Ryu is a lot less likely than the chances. Oh, this might be a bold statement. The chance of dumping Ryu like that is a lot less likely than signing back Marcus Semien. I think it's more likely we'd get back Marcus Semien than dumping Ryu.
Totally. I agree. And Del Kerma says he would have to get to Rourke levels of bad.
Exactly.
And probably yes, it'd have to be something like that. Electro Gaming 87. Oh, baby, what a game.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Goal.
For those who don't know what we're talking about, obviously Packers Cardinals last night.
Massive.
And that was an incredible
Very good game of football. Very good. You never like 24-21, you don't think that that's going to be like as entertaining.
Yeah.
But no,
that was entertaining.
That was entertaining. entertaining.
At one point, the Packers were up. I believe it was
17 to 7.
Yeah, you were up by 10, and then we came back, scored. Then you scored, and then on the last drive there, and I mean, Electric Game was talking about it. AJ Green died on the last play. Yeah, we had the chance to win the game, and we didn't.
Well, it was ridiculous because we almost sealed it with that Aaron Jones touchdown.
Yeah.
Then that got called back, and we didn't score. Went for it on 4th down. Then you guys get the ball back, and then you march down the field, and I'm thinking it's game over. And then AJ Green, like, thank
at
the Lord.
least we could have tied it, even if not even an interception. That ball just drops. Boom.
Yeah. Overtime.
Could have been overtime. Wow, that would have been incredible.
Yes, yeah. I was crossing my fingers for overtime at that point.
Yeah.
I wasn't even. Aaron Rodgers was on the sideline and he said that he was trying to draw plays in his head of how they can score with 10 seconds left. Like he was thinking like, how are we going to do this when I have like less than 10 seconds left?
And no timeouts.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
No, he was trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So, I don't think anybody expected that.
I respect Aaron Rodgers. Like you did it earlier with like 37 seconds, I believe. But I think 10 seconds and no timeout. That's pretty much game over.
And no clamping.
And no clamping.
Yeah,
you guys weren't doing any deep shots.
And if you guys scored a touchdown too, you'd be up by 4.
So you have to get a touchdown. Yep. Yeah. It was a good game,
sure
guys.
About that one. I don't know about that one, but yeah. My Eagles sucking this year, says Harry. Oh, dude, they're gonna be
bad for some time.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be pretty rough.
Thank you for Zach Ertz. He's really good.
Yes, Zach Ertz is pretty damn
He's really good.
Yeah, Zach Ertz is pretty nice.
All right, grab one from the box.
Do it, dude. Do it.
All right. Here we go. Yeah, this one comes from Jackson Materi. Jackson Materi. They ask, what is your favorite genre of music you enjoy listening to? Favorite band / artists?
Right.
This is a fun one.
Yeah, this is a question. We don't usually get shit like this.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
like,
I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
Favorite genre of music? It's impossible. Like, I don't have one. And I hate that answer because everybody says that. You know, they're like, I can listen to anything. And it is true.
It's
like,
true,
I definitely can. It's all mood dependent, baby. It's all mood dependent. Like, what I listen to when I'm exercising is far different than what I would listen to if I'm on my way to work. Or if I'm chilling, or if I'm like making dinner, or if I'm like trying to get laid, you know, or if I'm at a party, like they're all.
Is different. There like a favorite though you lean to? 'Cause I'm the same way, but there's obviously for me a favorite that I lean to, which is hip hop and R&B. Like that's my like absolute favorite. Like I listen to that shit the most over all those times.
Right. I don't actually know. Like maybe like
alternative
rock. Maybe, but I also really like hip hop and R&B.
You like Coldplay, you know?
Yes, I do. Very, like, definitely, you know. But, like, also, fuck with Drake and like, all these people. So, I don't know. I don't think I have one, man. I don't think I have one.
No, that's fair.
Mood dependent.
What about artists? Because my favorite artists, one of my favorite, rest in peace, is Mac Miller. Just such a legend. Made like his career, the way it transitioned from like I'm just a young kid, like just graduated high school, like doing a little pop rap to like I'm making art now. Like I'm making actual art that gets in your feels. I loved it. But probably Mac Miller, Drake. I mean, I can go on forever, but yeah.
What about you guys? What do you guys have in the comments? Let us know, man. I want to know what y'all like to listen to.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the Michigan versus Michigan State game tomorrow? See, I'm not a college football fan, man. I don't know anything about college football.
No, me either.
Other than sometimes they're dumbasses and
they
throw the ball out before they get touchdowns because they're idiots. But I think which Michigan's good? Michigan's a good team, right? I don't know. I'm talking my ass right now. In the 2022 season, what is the amount of wins you would like the Blue Jays to get? Tristan Morgan asked that question. Shout out Tristan Morgan, dude. 162.
Yeah.
Is what I would like to get.
How many? Yeah. What would you want them to get in a good season for you?
I'd say, like at least 88.
I want like 90. I want to hit the 90 mark.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
that's what I want.
I want that too. I'm trying to be realistic because I'm thinking about these Atlanta Braves.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
88 wins. They're in the World Series right now.
Well, granted, their division was an absolute
Obviously, but you know,
debacle.
shit happens, right?
Right.
And like, just shit happens. So year over year, it's like the win total that you need will change dramatically. But at least with 88 wins, that's like factoring in the crap has gone on here. Like injuries have occurred. You know, maybe Vladdy's not as good as he was. Like others crap. Like, you know, like I'm hoping that could at least be like a decently reasonable. I don't want to say floor because it's not a floor, but like, you know, hoping that we do better than that.
Yeah.
But if that
Yeah.
had to be what it is, then
Yeah.
okay.
What's so 88 for you at the end of the season? You'd be like, all right, I'm okay with that.
Like,
And we missed.
I'm not gonna be happy about it, but
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Okay.
it's not a major like
concern.
Yeah,
We're still
like,
good. We'll go back next year. We'll do it again.
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming that there were injuries and problems that occurred there. You know, but we're still a positive team. We won more games than we lost, and we were probably competitive for the playoffs. Maybe we even made it into wild card. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, we were at least competitive right up until the end.
Yeah.
I do want more than that, but
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. Because like ideally, if everything goes right and like we're all healthy and we put up good years and like there is no problem other than just getting the job done. You know, just get the job done. That's all you got to do is get the job done. And we got like 86 wins. I'd be like, what the hell was that? You know?
Yeah,
What the heck was that?
Well, if everyone's performing, I mean, if everyone on our team is performing to their potential, then I think that 100 is within striking
Yeah.
range.
Oh yeah.
If everybody
if we
is,
get
you know,
the right guys. In the
again,
offseason.
off season's important, but if Nate Pearson takes a step up, Manoah continues his trajectory, bounce back from Ryu, good solid performances from Burrios. You know, Vlad doesn't regress too much. Bo doesn't regress too much.
Bo even steps up even more.
Maybe he steps up even more.
Yeah.
Biggio is not a crap asshole this year.
Tio's still great.
Tio's still great. Lourdes, like,
George is
starts
healthy.
instead of starting cold this time. Like he starts where he was in, like, you know, July and August. Like if all of those things happen, then 100 should be within the range of outcomes for sure.
Yeah. We got a good bullpen.
But I mean, how often does it happen in sports that every
Everything
single
goes
thing
right.
goes right? Like it never happens.
Nothing
So,
goes right. But
yeah.
you know what? We got to be we got to be somewhat happy that actually not somewhat. We are happy that we didn't have too many injuries to our starting lineup other than George Springer. Like everyone, like Vlad, Bo, Tio, other than one COVID week, like everyone was really healthy. I mean, Kevin, but forgot about him because it didn't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Kevin wasn't like the big thing.
Exactly, it wasn't a big thing.
Right?
And Kirk, but he also, again, we could have, we did well without him, you know. So yeah, I'm glad that a core piece guy, and yes, George Springer, but again, it didn't matter. Our line was still really good without him.
Yeah,
So
you know.
I'm
So
glad.
it's we could deal with a few. Definitely, we can deal with a few. But it's a Vlad injury is and also season enders. The Acuna thing, that changes the entire trajectory of your season. The DeGrom thing, that changes the entire trajectory of your season.
Yes.
Right? They were at the top.
Yep.
They were at the top of their division.
Yep.
DeGrom dies, momentum shifts, we're crap now.
Yep.
You know, it's stuff like that. Like when your best player goes down, who knows what's going to happen now, you know? So we just got to cross our fingers and God forbid that one of our starting pitchers gets
that'd be the worst.
Like a 3-month injury, right?
Yeah. Ray was healthy. Ryu, he was bad sometimes, was mostly healthy.
Yeah. Barrios was good. I mean, Matz was good.
Matz good. Matz was hurt a little bit, but he was still great.
It was never, and you know what? Their injuries, their injuries was he misses his start.
Yeah.
Okay, we can handle a missed start.
Yeah, the one thing is though we did get injured in the bullpen. David Phelps, Yates,
and we saw what happened when that happened. You know, it's they're killer guys.
Yeah.
If we were 100% healthy with Merriweather, with Yates, with some of the other guys we had at the beginning,
Phelps, and
right?
wow, we're looking really
it's
good.
Okay, well maybe some of those games that we had to play fucking Chatwood and all these other assholes.
Yeah.
We don't have to play those guys anymore, and instead of a loss, we pick up a dub.
Yeah.
So injuries are they're so important.
So important, everybody. All right, guys. This is the end of the Wine Unwind. We're at 7:30 right now. The game is on in half an hour. So we'll see all y'all, hopefully, in that live stream. You can check it out on our YouTube page. It's the Atlanta Braves versus the Houston Astros. We'll be there. We'll turn it around. Thank you guys for coming in. This is a good one.
Yep. Thanks so much for watching, folks. And
Go Jays, go!